Today I've got something different like the last couple videos. This is a Chinese 50cc scooter. It's not mine, it's somebody else's. I don't exactly know how to say the name on it, so I'll put it on screen. It's a 2020 model and it's completely blown up. I'll try to throw a picture on screen of that too. I'll show you the spark plug real quick. They brought me the spark plug and I said, hey, you got a spark plug for her? And that's what it looked like. And I was like, yeah, you're gonna need more than a spark plug. I have a bore scope, I put it down there. That's where the picture came from. If I do put a picture up, awesome. If not, you'll see it here soon. Because I gotta tear this thing apart, see what kind of parts it needs, tell him a price, and then see if he wants to continue on with it. If so, then we'll finish up with the build. If not, you'll never see this. So it's hot. I'm not gonna work out here in the sun like I have been. Let's move to the garage. Got the engine out of the bike, got the back wheel off. There's still oil inside the actual engine here. The oil that I drained was for back here, I guess. I don't know, but what did I drain it for? It doesn't matter. That's not the issue, but there were small metal shavings in that. But this is where the issue is, so we're gonna drain this out right here, and we're gonna see probably a ton of chaos, because while I was sitting there trying to get the back wheel off, this chunk of metal fell out of the exhaust port. So I figure it's gonna be pretty good.
Oh, your tools are awesome.
Oh. Oh my God. Yeah, it was spring loaded. Look. All filter screen. I don't see any metal chunks coming out though, surprisingly.
Good. Set those on the ground.
I ain't gonna put the spring or filter in right now, but I will put the drain plug back in and wipe my hands off. And then we'll inspect the oil. There's the oil. Not very good, but not really any big metal chunks or anything, which is kind of odd. I figured there would be a good bit of chunks in it. Guess not. Alright. Ready to see the damage?
Yeah.
You're not gonna run off again?
No.
Here we go. That is a small bore. Look at the head. It dropped it. It broke a valve. It did the same thing the YZ did.
Jeez.
Dowel pin. Grab that. There you go. See, look, that valve broke. That's what did all the damage.
What the hell is that smell? Something smoking.
It's burned oil.
Or burnt.
It's burnt oil. No.
Yeah, I can smell it.
Yep. So that's gonna be the extent of the damage there. That's the culprit. I'll let them know that. Set that to the side. All right, let's show them the piston.
Oh my God.
Hold on, I gotta get this out.
Oh, that's so bad.
Let's look at the cylinder. Cylinder's not as bad as the picture made it look to be. I mean, it's obviously needing to be replaced, but it's not as bad as I thought it was, surprisingly. But that piston is horrendous, actually. Let me... There we go.
I have to move the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see
That's
it.
the damage of the dropped valve. The crank rod is gonna have to be replaced for sure, which entails a new crank because I'm not doing just a rod, especially after just this. But I do believe I see a giant chunk of metal in the bottom of there that we can't see right now. Wow. Got something to show them.
What?
That's not good. I see texture right there that makes me think it's part of the case somewhere. That kind of worries me a little bit, but we'll keep digging into it. What was that?
Another piece of metal fell off.
Thank you.
What the hell?
I see more metal. This case looks okay though. I can't see. Yeah, okay. And I know there's some in here, but I need to get the rest of this oil out. I think that's the chewed up valve. Sweet. Okay, Kens. So here's the crankshaft. Hold on, I can't see my camera. There we go. It's actually a good crankshaft. Bearings are smooth. Like, there's zero up and down play. You know, Kenzie, this is a good crankshaft. I don't see any damage on it.
The thing that was showing?
Oh.
That shouldn't have been showing?
Yeah, I forgot about that piece.
Yeah, it needs a new one.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Alright, yep. That's unfortunate. I was gonna say we can save the crankshaft, but we can't. Well, no, but let's check this cam chain. I know how
Please check it.
I know how to check it because of a previous video. Commenter on a previous video. So the cam chain's good. I'm gonna inspect it real quickly for any true damage marks. I don't see anything damaged. So we'll run that. That's good. I guess now that we know the damage, I'm gonna text him and see how he wants to go about this. If he wants me to repair it. If so, I'll give him a price and then we'll go from there. Here we are, months later, on this Gy6 50cc scooter. They finally got some money, so we ordered some parts. We're gonna replace everything here. We'll go back over the damage because it's been months. I ain't messed with any of the videos, so I don't know what all has been said. The crankshaft up here is a bit damaged, so I went ahead and told him we're going to replace the whole thing because you never know when that'll break. Obviously the piston, you know, it's in pretty good shape, but might as well go and replace it. Moving to the head and the cylinder here. The head dropped a valve, and that's what chewed everything up, or broke a valve. And then inside the cylinder, it's extremely hard to see, but there are pretty good scratches on it. So we got all that over here in these packages. Hoping to have this done tonight. Get everything back together, have it running, and make sure it runs for the next couple days, and be done with this one. Also went ahead and gonna replace his crank seals just because I'm already in here. Got all the new gaskets for it and whatnot, so let's get to it. So we made a slight mistake, but also learned something new. So this is the head that was on it, and I ordered this head here. Whenever I put them in, the rocker arms were not hitting the valves. It just wasn't right. And if you look at them, the valve sizes, the spring sizes are different here. Apparently these are 69mm valves, these are 64. Could not find a 64 anywhere, but I eventually found one. So we got this new 64 valve here, identical to this one. So we're gonna throw this one on it, send this one back. Hopefully this works like it should. I just noticed something else while I was standing here on the 64mm valve head. It's gonna be really hard to see. See that piece of metal in there? Believe it's one of these, but we still got two here and two here. So I think they were trying to put one in and they dropped it in there and just never got it out. That would have been bad if we tried to run it like that. Luckily we're not using this one. Just thought I'd show you that because that's kind of crazy. I guess if you're gonna order Chinese stuff, inspect it or it might blow up. Got the engine in, got the carburetor back on. Now I'm gonna hook up the rest of the wires and whatnot, and then we'll see what it'll do. Alright, so everything's back together. I did have it running. Doesn't run perfect yet. Not exactly sure why, but I'm gonna see if I can't get it to start back up for you before I work on it a little bit more. Kickstart seems to work a little bit better for some reason. There we go. It idles kind of rough. I got to try to get that tuned out a little bit, but it does move. I rode around the yard just to see if everything was working right. It does. So. See, it just dies out, but just showing you what I'm working with, I guess. So I figured something out here. I tried tuning the carburetor best I could. Nothing worked. Idle was going up and down, and eventually it would just cut off for what felt like no reason. So I started looking at a couple things, and I saw that this spark plug boot was kind of loose whenever you put the spark plug in. So I kind of broke it, taking it apart, because I was curious, you know, this was kind of in the way, it felt like. So I put a spark plug in here and it does not hold for anything. So I ordered up a new coil, one because I broke it is the main reason, but it that fixed all of our issues. So I'll show you real quick what it does. So his battery's dead, so nothing electrical kind of works. Like everything works, but not good enough to work. So we're gonna kickstart it. Well, I thought I had it. Auto shows really? Now hook that and see what it does. That was unplugged earlier. Freaking screwdriver. Alright, it's being camera shy. Every time I start it, on camera, it fails to start. Every time I turn it off, it works fine. So, we're gonna try this again. But everything, it's running now and smoothly, so that's at least that problem figured out. I gotta figure out his horn. I gotta text him because I don't know if it ever worked. You know, I don't know how this thing ran or anything before, so gotta figure a couple things out to see if I need to fix those, and then we'll be almost done. So it seems to be that we are finished with this scooter now. The horn does not work. I did a few tests on it, and I can't get it to work for anything. I tried hooking it up to other things. It still didn't work. I took it apart, and it still didn't work. Anyway, he's not that worried about it. I don't know if he ever even rode it on the road because it doesn't have a tag on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you now that it'll run and drive around and whatnot. I have noticed that if you put it on the center stand here, whenever you start it, the back wheel will spin, and then once it warms up, it'll stop spinning, and you'll hear the idle kind of drop down, you know, to normal. So, Kendall, would you like to make a prediction on how many times it takes?
2.
I'm gonna say 3. Hopefully we're both wrong. That's 1. Nope, not 1. 2 is correct. There it goes. And then there's the idle drop, so it should be warm now. I'll give it another minute or so, and then I'll ride it around for you. Well, I would say this is completed. I'll give him a text here soon and he can come grab it. If you've enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.